Welcome back to Vintage Touch, where we believe every space should have a soul. If you love timeless charm and romantic aesthetics, please take a moment to subscribe, hit that like button, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we are stepping into a world of pure nostalgia, transforming an ordinary room into a breathtaking Victorian garden sanctuary. Imagine the soft, lingering scent of blooming roses mingling with the heavy, luxurious drape of deep crimson and emerald velvet. This space is designed to feel like a secret garden nestled within a historic countryside estate, an indoor oasis where vintage dreams come alive. The atmosphere is undeniably warm, embracing you with its moody shadows and captivating, glamorous floral beauty. To truly capture the essence of a Victorian garden room, we must bring the untamed beauty of nature indoors. It is about blurring the lines between the comfort of your living space and the wild, poetic romance of a blooming courtyard. Picture a conservatory from the 19th century, where delicate climbing vines elegantly frame antique mirrored surfaces, reflecting a soft and dreamy natural light. Every corner whispers a story of forgotten eras, enveloping you in a deeply nostalgic and soulful embrace. The visual tone is incredibly dramatic yet profoundly comforting, balancing the delicate fragility of fresh florals with the grounded, historic weight of aged brass and carved walnut. This harmony creates a space that feels both majestically grand and intimately cozy. The foundation of our romantic room begins with a carefully curated color palette that evokes a sense of vintage luxury. We are focusing on deep, moody hues like rich crimson, forest green, and dusky rose to set a dramatic stage. When these colors are bathed in soft, natural sunlight, they instantly transform the room into a warm, inviting sanctuary that feels both grounded and ethereal. The interplay of light and shadow across these dark shades adds immense depth and character. Accenting these darker tones with hints of faded gold and antique cream brings a delicate balance, keeping the room from feeling too heavy while amplifying that sought-after glamorous aesthetic. It is a visual feast that beautifully anchors our romantic narrative.
Fighting battles uphill when care is heavy and getting heavier still. If you need or want me,
Velvet is the absolute star of this design, introducing a tactile richness that simply cannot be replicated by any other material. Running your hand across a tufted velvet armchair instantly transports you back to an era of unhurried, lavish elegance.
and we'll go there side by side, you and I, our footsteps in perfect stride.
We use heavy, sweeping velvet curtains to frame our windows, allowing them to pool slightly on the floor for that perfectly imperfect shabby chic romance. The fabric absorbs the natural light, glowing with an almost internal, mesmerizing, and soulful warmth.
Twilight, when your night's been so long, you try to do right, but everything turned out wrong. When I need
Whether draped over a vintage settee or used as plush throw pillows, velvet adds a necessary weight and sophistication. It visually grounds the airy lightness of the garden elements, ensuring the space feels wonderfully cozy, incredibly chic, and historically rich.
and we'll go there side by side, you and I, our breath dancing into the night.
To merge the garden theme with our Victorian inspiration, we turn to the enchanting world of vintage-inspired floral patterns and prints. A subtle, faded rose motif on the wallpaper or an antique rug serves as a beautiful, storytelling backdrop here.
We'll thrive. You and I, two hearts beating in perfect stride. And time.
These patterns should look as though they have gracefully aged over decades, offering a gentle, nostalgic charm rather than a crisp, modern finish. The intertwining vines and blooming buds printed on textiles echo the real florals we will add later.
When care is heavy and getting heavier still.
By thoughtfully layering these romantic prints alongside our solid velvet pieces, we create a visually dynamic environment that keeps the eye moving gracefully. It feels like stepping straight into a classic romance novel, surrounded by timeless beauty and delicate art. True soul in any room comes from pieces that have lived a life before finding their way into your beautiful home. We are incorporating ornate, carved wooden furniture with beautifully distressed finishes to anchor our Victorian garden room with history. A beautifully weathered wrought iron garden bench placed gracefully at the foot of the bed or near a bright window adds unexpected outdoor charm. These rustic textures contrast magnificently with the refined, luxurious softness of our selected velvet upholstery elements. Every scratch and faded edge on these antique treasures tells a compelling story, contributing to the cozy, lived-in aesthetic we absolutely adore. This careful curation ensures the room never feels like a museum, but rather a warm, cherished personal sanctuary. One of the most breathtaking features you can add to this space is a cascading floral canopy suspended elegantly above the seating area. We are intertwining dried roses, preserved eucalyptus, and delicate faux vines to create an overhead indoor garden. Looking up to see lush foliage draped gracefully from the ceiling immediately evokes the feeling of sitting beneath a shaded arbor on a summer estate. It draws the eye upward, highlighting the architecture of the room while deepening the romantic vibe. The gentle rustle of these overhead elements as a soft breeze drifts through an open window is purely magical and deeply relaxing. It wraps the entire room in a soft, organic embrace, bridging the gap between grand architecture and nature. Lighting is the defining element that sets the mood, transforming our romantic Victorian garden room from merely beautiful to genuinely cinematic and magical. We are relying heavily on the soft, diffused glow of antique crystal chandeliers and elegant brass wall sconces. During the day, the natural sunlight catches the crystal prisms, casting dancing rainbows across the heavy velvet fabrics and vintage floral wallpapers. As evening approaches, the warm, low-level illumination creates intimate, cozy shadows that highlight the intricate architectural design details. We also scatter small, vintage oil lamps and flickering taper candles throughout the space to add a layer of historical authenticity and charm. This lighting strategy ensures the room always feels like a safe, soulful haven of timeless romantic tranquility. A room that lacks texture is a room that lacks emotion, which is why we meticulously layer contrasting fabrics to build a rich tactile experience. We juxtapose the heavy, absorbing nature of velvet with the delicate, airy fragility of antique lace. Draping a gossamer thin silk shawl casually over a structured, tufted armchair creates a scene that looks effortlessly styled and perfectly lived in. These layers invite you to sink down, relax, and truly feel the comforting embrace of the surrounding vintage environment. The visual weight of these combined textiles brings a profound sense of warmth and luxury to the garden room, ensuring it feels thoroughly inviting. It is this thoughtful intersection of rough and smooth, heavy and light, that creates absolute magic. It is the small, thoughtfully chosen accessories that ultimately breathe life and undeniable character into our romantic Victorian garden room aesthetic. We are styling the space with stacks of weathered, leather-bound books, tarnished silver trays, and beautifully framed classical oil paintings. Large, ornate floor mirrors strategically placed against the walls not only reflect the glorious natural light, but also visually double the stunning floral arrangements. They add a grand, sweeping illusion of space, making our indoor sanctuary feel remarkably expansive and grand. Every single decorative object serves a specific purpose, contributing to the rich, historical narrative of a grand countryside estate slowly reclaimed by beautiful nature. These soulful touches are what transform a beautifully decorated house into a truly inspiring, personalized vintage home. No Victorian garden room could ever be considered complete without the spectacular, show-stopping inclusion of abundant, freshly cut, deeply fragrant roses. We are creating massive, overflowing arrangements that look as though they were just gathered from a wild, overgrown estate garden. Placing these vibrant crimson and soft blush roses in tarnished silver pitchers and antique crystal vases adds an immediate burst of life and color. Their delicate petals provide a stunning, soft contrast against the rigid lines of the vintage wooden furniture. As these beautiful flowers slowly open and eventually begin to gracefully wilt, they introduce a hauntingly beautiful, poetic element of passing time and romance. They are the living, breathing soul of this entire design, anchoring our vision in pure, natural beauty. Stepping back to take in the final result, this transformed room is everything we dreamed of, a perfect marriage of Victorian elegance and wild garden romance. If you enjoyed this soulful journey, please make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and comment below. The heavy velvet curtains, the scattered antique treasures, and the intoxicating presence of fresh roses have culminated in a space that feels utterly timeless. It is a sanctuary that practically begs you to sit down with a cup of tea and a good book. Thank you for joining us here at Vintage Touch as we explored the incredible art of storytelling through historic, meaningful interior decor. We hope this inspired you to bring a little bit of romantic, vintage magic into your own beautiful home today.